I'm watching the Making of Tusk by Kevin Smith on YouTube. I don't know why, because Tusk was so bad I couldn't even get through it. And this is from someone who I sort of enjoyed Yoga Hosers. I saw what he was trying to do with Yoga Hosers. I thought it was a nice kind of, him and his family and Johnny Depp, him and his kids, their kids got to work on it. There was something to Yoga Hosers. But Tusk was just, I was watching it, I just kept waiting for something to happen. I don't think I finished it, which is pretty rare. I usually finish movies, even bad movies, especially bad movies. I like bad movies, but it wasn't good bad, it was just bad. This is No One Left to Fight. And if you don't remember who Aubrey Sitterson is, he's the guy on Scarlet Strike Force, the September 11th guy who made some unfortunate comments that I'm not aware he ever apologized for. He is a socialist who hates America, so obviously he's the perfect guy to write G.I. Joe. If you're autistic, that was sarcasm. I think he got fired, but his boss tried to sneak him back in, get him a job again. So his boss ended up getting fired, but then eventually rehired. I don't remember. It sounds like a train wreck. To Aubrey Sitterson's credit, he did write one good series that I read. It was a G.I. Joe crossover with Mortal Kombat, and it was competent. It was it did everything right. I think it was a 6-issue series, and it was like a fight competition type of thing, and it worked. It worked pretty well, so give him credit for that. But if you've ever read the other stuff he's done, the Scarlet Strike Force, oh my gosh. He's a big believer in body diversity for a military group because that makes sense. Doesn't make any sense. Makes zero sense. This is issue number 3. I think I reviewed issues 1 and 2. Everyone reviews them because they're so weirdly bad. This book looks like the Gay Pride Parade's unicorn ejaculated rainbow confetti all over the pages. This color scheme is the whole book. I don't know why they decided to go in this direction, but the book also displays the writer's issues with women, or he was stoned out of his mind when he wrote it. Either one is possible if you've seen Aubrey Sitterson. He seems to like wrestling, so that's something the left and the right usually agree on. Okay. This is hard to read. Book starts out, and it looks like it's going to be an adult film scene. With this hot blonde chick with big cans and beautiful legs is hitting on him. And for some reason, he's not interested in her. You're not interested in this chick, this hot blue-eyed blonde chick with boobs and legs. You're not. Really? Mr. Anal Beads? This does look like the beginning of an adult film. I mean, not that I would know, but I've heard rumors about anal beads. Okay, she looks hot, but that's kind of weird. I mean, I'm assuming the majority of your audience are heterosexual men. They don't want to see this. This is just a little too suggestive. I'm no Mike Miller prude, but I think we want to see more of this and less of this. It's kind of, I don't know, kind of weird. All right, so he's turning down this chick. Maybe because he's more into the anal beads, and she just can't do it for him. Okay, well, whatever. That goes on for quite a few pages, and it's pretty dull after the first one because it's so weird. Guys don't turn down hot blondes with big cans. Okay, then she gets violent. She throws a little temper tantrum, which is interesting because the first thing is it's annoying to show women being violent against men. That's like a cliche that SJWs are totally happy with. They're totally okay with domestic violence as long as it's female against male violence. But they wouldn't show the opposite. And these people they're not relying on their muscles or their sexual differences in morphology. They're relying on whatever kind of magic power they have, Jedi mind tricks type stuff. So they're on equal footing. So to show her being violent against him is not appropriate. But then the second point is that it shows her to be this crazy vindictive bitch, which is kind of an interesting take. But I'm sure, I don't know how many people are reading this. Issue 3, I'll guess sales are below 5,000. Just, I have no idea. Okay, they don't release the sales figures until a few months after. And this is probably, it doesn't say it's a miniseries, but I'm sure it's going to go, I will guess it goes 10 issues before they pull it. Because it's, the whole thing is about nothing. Color scheme is just obnoxious. This whole pastel, this is like it's like a soap opera that at first glance, that's good, looks like Harley Quinn a little bit. At first glance, it appears to be made for the male audience, but it doesn't feel masculine. It feels more feminine, but then it feels like it's not made for anybody, which is the case. It's not made for anybody. And everything is just like too try hard and too cutesy, silly Billy type of stuff. And that kind of looks like the Cobra Commander symbol from his G.I. Joe days. So the guy's riding a space motorcycle. Okay, it kind of reminds me of Star Wars, and this dude's a demon, and I don't care. I'm already halfway through the book, and I don't care. You don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody's buying this book. I don't know why. I don't know why they make books like this. I don't know why they bother. I mean, unless, I guess it's the hope that they're creating this intellectual property that they have ownership over, and they're hoping against hope that Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, somebody picks it up for some sort of development deal. And this dude who looks like a demon, he literally looks like a demon from hell, wearing an Amish hat, says, "I can mend what gnaws at you. Let me liberate you from entropy. Let me remake you, make you puissant, vigorous, unending, like me." That doesn't quite make sense. This dude looks like he's in the picture of hell. He looks like a bodybuilder, powerlifter type dude who's cutting for a contest. This dude looks like Satan himself. So I think I would pass on looking like that dude and get on this dude's steroid cycle. Yeah, I don't care. This is about like fake drama. The SJWs always do this. They try to create fake drama. This is a ripoff from the Phantom Menace. What was the first Star Wars movie with the pod races? Not the Clone Wars. The Phantom Menace, the Clone Wars, and the Revenge of the Sith. One of them, but it's cool. It works. I mean, the pod races was cool. That was a cool scene. Okay, so he turned down that hot blonde chick with big cans to go out with this breastless green afro chick with a robot arm. Why would you do that? I mean, not everything is it's about looks. I get it. Personality matters, but the blonde girl wasn't. Well, before her vindictive outburst of violence, she wasn't shown to have a bad personality. So, all right, the answer to the question of why he's not interested in the hot blonde chick, and the answers to any questions can be answered with the response: cultural Marxism, because she's a black chick or has some black in her, some African in her, even though it's a space movie. That's the answer, is he picked her over the blonde blue-eyed girl because blonde blue-eyed represents Germany or England or something like that. So the answer is cultural Marxism. This is his teacher, an obese midget female, because women have so much to teach men. Why would they have this obese beached whale be his teacher? Because cultural Marxism. They're trying to craft a narrative. Look, I mean, even this one panel, they have these two images. The obese female teacher, and I knew it. My champion would never disrespect his teacher. And this is the girl, it's not his girlfriend, it's the girl I think he's lusting after. And she's mixed, African, whatever the hell he is, space alien, but really it's an analogy for, white, black, and he's passing up the blonde girl for the black girl. It's like, okay, you guys are you think you're so hip, slick, and cool, and you're so subtle, but you're not subtle. People aren't idiots. People read this and they just roll their eyes at it. And no, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with dating a black girl or dating a blonde girl or whatever. Of course, there's nothing wrong with that. But this kind of heavy-handed approach to cultural Marxism is just, you might get away with it for one issue, but the weird thing was, in I think issues 1 and 2, they show this chick, I think her husband is some other white dude or white-skinned dude, but they have kids. Like, one of the kids is half black, but then one of the kids is white, or something like that. It's so I guess genetics are supposed to play a different role in on this space alien world, which doesn't make sense. It's just Why did they do it? Cultural Marxism. Another weird thing they did was, this is the hot blonde chick who changed her hair, whatever. And she was the one who was kind of throwing herself at him. But when they show her here, they show her missing that great rack she had in the earlier panels. Where did your boobs go? You have this dude looking like a Greek god on GH, and you just took her boobs away. Now she's wearing butt plugs, the anal beads. Why would you do this? Oh, cultural Marxism. That's the reason. And the blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl is rude to the black girl, of course. Now neither one of them has breasts. That's stupid. Okay. The ending scene, she's crying, and this is who's that chick from Mos Kitata, the chick from Star Wars with the glasses, who was she was kind of like the Yoda creature. I don't know. None of us have made perfect choices, but those choices have made us who we are. Oh, so wise, Yoda. But I have no one. I have nothing. My girl, look around you. They're hugging. Yay. Yay, bunny rabbit. Yay. A big bunny is hugging me. Yay, she's crying. You have loved so very much of it. Oh, the comic you always wanted continues to give you exactly what you need. This is the comic you always wanted. Are you sure about that? I will say the blue whale in the background looks cool. Some of the stuff looks cool, but overall, I look at this kind of comic, I don't understand why it's being made, who your target audience is. And then the answer to all these difficult questions are cultural Marxism. Aubrey Sitterson is a far left extremist who hates America. He hates Americans. The things he said about 911, he is dead to a lot of comic retailers, or he's dead to a lot of people involved in the comic book industry. That's why they had to fire him, because people said, we're not going to have his books on our shelves. We're not going to buy his books. We're going to tell people what he said about 911 and the people who suffered. We're not going to support this guy. I mean, if Aubrey came out and apologized immediately and said, you know what, I just lost my mind. I said something stupid. I'm sorry. Okay, that would be a different story. But as far as I know, he didn't. He said those reprehensible things about September 11th. And if you're not going to at least apologize for him. Anyway, this is No One Left to Fight, and it's dog shit. I mean, really, it's just like you might use it to pick up dog shit, and that'd be about it. Sorry for this swearing, but there are better things to spend your $4 on. If you're in a state where weed is legal, you could probably get a cookie or something, and you'd have a better 3 hours eating a 10 milligram weed cookie than you would reading this book. Or maybe read the book while you're stoned. That would maybe make it suck less, but I kind of don't think so. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next episode.